back there. It's just really crappy lenses.
My vision sucks. It's 2020.
Yeah,
it used to be 2015.
Yeah. But Brian, you did hear me mention that my left eye was 20/500 at one point.
Damn.
Yeah. So anyway, that's enough about me. I apologize for that. Just, and I took Massey to the vet to get him all checked out, because, he was acting a little weird after that Wednesday about a month ago. Still don't know what it was. Like I said, he's got a slight bit of bone growth there on his spine, so the vet think maybe he just sort of twisted that and kind of hurt himself, but he's jumping and moving fine.
Oh, that's good.
So that was $400 for the complete battery of tests, but
oh boy,
urinalysis, X-ray, his flea treatment, because he needed that anyway, because the fleas are apparently really bad this year.
Oh dear God, I'm looking.
You're inside. Oh well, you do take him outside. So.
Yeah, on a leash.
Yeah, well, he's not been out for a while because he still. I think since that night, he's only come to the door to greet me.
There's Matt.
Maybe 4 times, and he's going behind the door, not like to the screen door. He's going behind the wood door, and like he's waiting for me to close it. So I still think he saw something out there that scared him. But anyway, that's first world problems, I guess.
Or Brian, a little piece of his little tiny
over the feed.
We are.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think what that would be.
Maybe a little piece of Matthew's little tiny kitty brain just went.
Okay, that's streaming over to.
Has he scratched you or bit you at all since then?
No, he's tried to, but his claws are still trimmed, so he's really not able to get much of a scratch,
Oh, okay. Good. So he's still trying. Okay, he's fine then. As long as he's still trying to kill you.
Well, it's funny. I went to the vet and I told the vet that something is wrong with my cat. He's being way too affectionate. He's being way too clingy. He's not going to the door and trying to sneak out when I come home.
It's almost like he's turned into a dog.
Yes, something is wrong with my cat. So, other than him being too fat and need to lose weight, again, like his owner.
Like all of us.
Yeah. But I mean, the blood work was fine. There was nothing in his urine. There was nothing in his stool. His ears checked out. There wasn't like any ear mites or anything, so just whatever it was just a thing. So anyway, and I'll go I was hoping to have something, but it just cleared customs in New York yesterday. So my last 2 things from my last purchase. What is it? No.
Hey, are we still hot over the stream? If anybody can let us know. I'm trying to think of why that would be. I can understand why I would be, potentially.
Oh, but we're hot too?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I mean, I believe it.
Let me mute and check.
We should put a top hat. Oh, yes. Doing it.
Test.
Are spats a real thing, or is that just something Uncle Scrooge wears?
They are real.
Okay, well.
If no spoilers, but...
Said you are, Brandon.
Yeah. Oh, I am? Okay, well, I can understand that. Let me try to fix that.
But I swear, I think the new
still sounds loud.
You said Uncle Scrooge. The new DuckTales, I think, is a blueprint that every retro property needs to look at.
What about now? Well, what about now?
There's a new DuckTales?
What? It's been out for like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It's real. I mean, it is just...
I think we saw the toys for it when we were all in North Carolina earlier this year.
Yeah. And
although I think Diecast was too busy buying Nerf guns to attack Don with.
Yeah. Or I might have assumed they were just like, because wasn't Disney doing those DuckTales classic figures?
Yeah.
Oh, those were Funko.
Those are Funko. Yeah. Which pre-show content here. I did pick up Gadget, and Gizmo Duck. I did find them. I did. So
Oh,
I
good.
got Gadget and Gizmo.
I thought Gadget looked really cool.
Well,
Wait, Gadget the robot one, or is it? Yeah,
No, Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo Duck is the robot looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool.
Don is getting a pair of spats.
no,
Don, the last time I watched DuckTales is when it was on TV when I was a kid.
well, you should remember better. You should remember good things better.
Okay, so is it coming through? Is that what they're saying in the chat, Jason, or is that you? Do you think I'm
sorry. Yeah, it's a little high yet.
Okay. Is it like I'm just louder, or is it like clipping?
It's everything.
Okay. I've got ways around that.
Jared in the chat. I would
about
really
now?
love to.
Now you're light for us.
Oh, it'll be fine. We don't matter.
I'm looking. Okay, I can just be a little less.
Sorry, the latency is like super long, so it takes like 20 seconds to hear.
Yeah, how do I sound on the Skype end right now?
You're fine.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sound like you.
how does it sound on the? I just heard a clip. How does it sound on the YouTube or whatever end? Twitch, I guess. There should be like almost no latency on Twitch, right? On my end, I sound pretty good. God, I sound pretty great, actually. Are we missing somebody? John. I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared said in the chat, I think I would be down with that one episode of Tales. I think that would be kind of, but there's a lot of people doing that already. So, but that'd be a fun way to rewatch it. The season finale is really good, and
Just make Chris record it.
I don't think Chris really has the. I don't think he would really get into the spirit of DuckTales. Just
It's a little better.
What about that one episode of Ponytails or Cottontails? Or is it
What?
not? Or is it not Ponytails or Cottontails? No DuckTales.
but DuckTales.
Woo.
Yeah, you're okay, Brian. You're butchering the opening theme. Just to let you know, you're butchering the opening theme. You're wearing a little hat and an apron, and you're butchering the opening theme. Sorry.
Okay, so real quick, just to settle my, I'm gonna just do a quick test to see how I sound. Guys, you say something. Say something wonderful.
Wonderful. Something wonderful.
How would hear Chris's voice be?
Miracle Whip.
Oh God, jeez. Okay. Just real quick, VLC and see how that recorded. VLC, play with VLC. It'll come through briefly.
We were getting some breath sounds from you, though, Brian.
I can fix that. How would hear Chris's
Make
voice
sure
be?
this is going out
Miracle
on the
Whip.
internet.
Oh God.
Something wonderful.
How would hear Chris's
It's a
voice
show
Show.
that goes out on the internet.
be? Okay.
Goes out.
Breath sounds. Let me fix
internet.
that.
Well, no, Jared. I wanted to borrow that one episode of Star Trek, and Moloth and I do the fan episodes from like Star Trek Continues and all that. But I couldn't get loaned the name.
Okay, gain reduction.
You don't have to get it loaned. You just steal it.
Expand your date.
The thing is, I have like enough administrative access that I can just make anything he puts up with that name disappear.
Unless I buy a new computer, learn all this stuff, and do it on my own. I know.
Yeah, I'm
So-
not particularly worried about that eventuality.
In 30 years, when he gets that up,
And what? When he gets what up?
Phrasing.
Okay, that should be a little better. I think it should be a little better. Okay. I'm not getting any clipping now on the
John's
processor.
on.
Oh, John's
There we
on.
go.
Sweet. John DeLuna. It's been sounding great on the Happy Daily, which I added to what's on the network this week. But
I never think to check that because you don't do it anymore,
yeah, well, I started back.
or you haven't been.
I mean, I haven't, even when it was working, I wasn't putting it on, that because it's not at tfradio.net, but it is the network. We should do a web ring. And play with this photography. Could be part of the web ring.
Is that still a thing?
No,
I
I think that's why he wants to do it.
think that they still exist.
I'm sure there's some that still exist, but are they still a thing? No.
Oh, okay.
That's fair. That's very fair, Rob. Okay. My level should be pretty good. Shouldn't be clipping. Breath should hopefully curb. I'll also try not to don my microphone as much.
Right. Yes, Don, that's a thing now. You've gone Don it again.
He's done it again. Oh, I need to get in the chat.
Yeah, editing the show last week was fun.
Oh my god. Hey Don, so why is it that you didn't use that headset that I sent you? That you gave back to me?
Oh yeah, you told me that the one I have, the one you sent to replace the one I had actually sound better than the one you sent me. And I gave it back to you.
So the microphone would sound better, but I mean, maybe we thought that you'd.
I've got so much equipment from you, I can't keep it straight. But this was the best setup that you've worked with me to create. Nothing has been better than this,
except for that part, which was, I mean,
well,
I wasn't here. I know Jason had some issues and.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to avoid everything, and I'm trying not to lean on anything or touch anything.
Like, mount his microphone with a stack of shock mounts so that all the movement gets absorbed before it gets to the microphone?
Shock mounts on shock mounts.
How about it's from a helmet on his head and it just hangs down?
Yeah.
So Don, go get some duct tape.
Could we put a beer on the other side? Because that would be interesting.
To counterbalance.
Yes.
Oh, and Don has to suck on the beer all night. And then his head starts drooping all the way through the show.
Every time Massey attacks, take a drink.
That's sort of like using the G.I. Joe drinking game on the movie. You'll be dead in 20 minutes.
So what's the game in the movie?
Oh, no, it's the standard G.I. Joe drinking game. Just don't ever apply it to the movie. Like, drink once for JoJo. Drink twice for Cobra Retreat. Drink 3 times for Serpentor's This I Command.
Drink 5 times for Duke dying. Drink
so
6 times when Doc says that he's going to be okay.
Yeah, so basically it's like use your G.I. Joe drinking game on any given episode. Just never use it on the movie because you will be dead 30 minutes through. Hey, Matt. Were you still collecting Marvel Legends, or did you not? Did you stop collecting them? I'm trying to remember.
Why would he stop?
Possibly, maybe.
Okay.
Why would he stop?
See, I saw the Silver Surfer the other day, and I thought maybe you were trying to find it, or someone was trying to find the Silver Surfer. I couldn't remember who though.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I've got one.
Not that I'd be opposed to such a thing. I just wasn't actively searching for one, no.
Okay, all right. Because I saw it when I was trying to find the Retgar, and I knew someone was asking for a silver. I saw the thing once, and it vanished into the snow. But
I have the thing. He's really cool.
Oh, wait.
It looks really good. I saw it when I was looking for Retgar.
Yeah.
So wait. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just wish. I mean, I could have gotten a whole set of Fantastic Four if I cared about the Fantastic Four. Through the last year or two, I could have gotten a really great looking set. But it's like I really just don't care about the Fantastic Four. Which is the only Fantastic Four I like is called The Incredibles.
I don't see why you even need The Incredibles. The Incredibles are I don't like the first movie at all. Second one's pretty good. First one's just So we're talking about shirts. Wait, what?
Error 524. I've never seen that one before.
That's when your server's really doing well.
We're talking about shirts, though, and I just noticed like some of the shirt ideas that we had in the show notes, and I thought one of those might be one of the new shirts. I want the one that has the initial or the not the initialism that has the can't think.
Yeah, the thing.
Yeah,
The thing.
What says,
I changed my shirt idea on there a little bit because it used to be something else, and I transformed it. Yeah, I changed it to transforming robots. There goes my money.
Nice.
And I think that fits for a lot of people, so that
Brian needs
might
to hang
actually
up.
work.
Oh, yeah, Brian needs to hang up on his stuff. Yeah, I don't like the first Incredibles movie. I just think it's boring.
I have no words for that. It's just no.
Yeah,
That's
I've never
you
liked the
are-
first one.
You are wrong,
I'm-
Brian.
You're forcing me to agree with Dawn, and I don't like that.
It's a difficult position to be put in, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like me and Hey Mickey keep agreeing on things. It's like that's just weird.
Yeah.
They keep agreeing on things.
What are we agreeing on?
No.
Well, that's because Hey Mickey's just getting old.
How old is
Old and
Mickey?
tired.
Yeah, mostly tired.
Yeah. I really
He's a lot more
wish-
tired than he is old, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can
I-
relate.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
tired beyond my years. Let's just put flat out here.
7 years of superhero time will do that to you.
7, closer to 10. If you count the Star Trek episodes.
Oh.
Well, because I'll be honest, if I had the time Monday, I would drive to Greensboro because they're redoing Mask of the Phantasm on one of those Fathom events.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going somewhere on Monday to see that.
I would love to see that on the big screen again, like I did for Indiana Jones. I went and saw. Well, it wasn't the Fathom. It was the flashback that my local movie theater had during the summer. I went and saw. It was last night in Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones last year was a better movie than last night. But
Yeah,
no, I would love.
I'm going to go to the same theater I watched last night in, so I can see a good movie at that theater with the recliners and
Oh yeah, 'cause I mean that movie on the big screen. It's one of the movies you need to see to appreciate the animation. I mean, you can appreciate the animation on a bigger screen.
Yeah,
or
I
a
mean,
big
I'm
screen.
totally up
Yeah.
for that concept, and I also haven't watched Mask of the Phantasm in a few years at this point,
Yeah.
so
It
like
holds
just all
up.
around, it'll be good to
holds
see
up
that again.
really well.
Well,
I
I'll
really
be
like it.
I will totally scrape together the $14 for the ticket for even the daytime showing, which just seems ridiculous at this point.
Yeah.
But
I have no Fathom events anywhere even remotely close to me, so
Yeah.
I'll live with my Blu-ray copy.
Yeah. But it's weird because I've gotten this discussion before on Twitter, and Hey Mickey actually agreed with me, I believe, on this point. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm sure he'll correct me when he hears this. But
He won't.
'cause he totally
Why would
watches
he
the
hear
show.
this? Yeah.
he would
This is
probably
pre-show.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
And even if he probably doesn't even listen to RFC, so he probably has no idea.
okay. But
He only knows what I tell him.
well, because there was a thread discussing the best Batman movie, and I think overall,
Begins.
Mask of the Phantasm is the best overall Batman.
It's the second
movie.
best. It was the best.
Behind 1966.
I love 1966.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Actually, for me, the best if you want to split it, the best non-animated Batman movie is the first Tim Burton movie with
It's
Michael Keaton.
It's like Transformers. I love it, but I watch it and it's horrible.
Yeah. No, I'm with Brian on that.
I love
Or
it.
at
I
least-
love it, but it's horrible.
Batman Begins I like in a certain context, but I don't think it really stands up overall as being the best Batman movie. It's a fairly good superhero movie and a good model for like how to conceptualize a really entrenched superhero concept and make something more modern out of it. But there's better Batman
To
movies.
be fair,
at
I
least
haven't watched.
two.
To be fair, I haven't
I
watched it since 2005. So
Yeah, I love the Tim Burton Batman movies, but it changes a little when you realize that Batman is just a brutal murderer.
yeah, exactly. He is the worst Batman.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not
But-
the worst, but he is.
Yeah.
No,
But I
that
mean,
it's George
it's-
Clooney.
I
But
kind of like
yeah.
George
Do you
Clooney.
think Wait, do you think George Clooney is the worse Batman than Val Kilmer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
I mean, it's not a big difference. but
Strictly because the movie is worse. But
I think you can
otherwise,
have
it's a toss-up.
I think you can have a worse movie, and it doesn't automatically mean the Batman in that movie is worse than one in a better movie.
But that movie is so bad that it makes everything, related to it suck that much worse.
It takes the Batman down.
I think you just need to chill.
Well, I'll be honest. I enjoyed Jim Carrey as the Riddler. It was a different take on the Riddler, but I kind of
it was a different take on the Riddler in that
it was Frank Gorshin.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying Frank Gorshin. I mean, I've gotten this discussion before. You can't. It's like comparing Caesar's Joker to Nicholson's Joker to Ledger's Joker. Different time frames, different Jokers. They're all aspects.
Except that Jim Carrey was just doing Frank Gorshin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had done the Joker for the first Tim Burton Batman movie. They totally could have had Jim Carrey do the Joker for another one, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
It would have been the saving grace of whatever Batman movie they put that in, I think.
But it's because I'm sure y'all seen this before, like where on this internet meme where it's like all the people that have played the Joker are different aspects of the Joker, and it's like, but Mark Hamill's Joker, but Mark Hamill's Joker is the Joker. It's so hard for me now to not think of the animated series Joker, Mark Hamill's Joker, as the definitive Joker now.
Yeah, probably. Hey, but Sam in the chat, that's
agree
right.
with
Best Batman movie is Lego Batman.
No.
Yes.
Well,
Batman
yes.
is garbage.
Yes, I love Lego
Garbage.
Batman. It was so good.
Now, see, I sat through Lego Batman just waiting for it to end.
Man,
Yes.
it was so great.
The message of Lego Batman is hate is good.
Yes.
That is the literal message of Lego Batman.
I love it.
No, I can get behind that.
The only part of that movie I laughed at was when Dick Grayson adopted himself.
Yes.
I will say this, and this will probably cheese some of y'all off.
What else is new, Don?
Yes, and please don't cut me off.
I was about to.
I think the Lego Batman. I enjoyed the Lego Batman movie infinitely more than I enjoyed the Lego movie. The Lego movie.
I didn't watch the Lego movie.
I hated I was barely enjoying the Lego movie up until Will Ferrell shows up, and the whole thing just falls apart for me. I don't like him. I don't think he's funny, and the whole.
But Don, if you're not first, you're last.
Shake and bake.
Oh, he got real upset about being hung up on last week, by the way.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Also, be careful, Brian, because since they updated Skype Recorder, when a call reconnects, it starts a new recording and counts it against your 30-hour cap.
30-hour cap. There's a 30-hour
cap.
What?
Well, I don't know. If you have an update, you might not have it, but the newest version has a 30-hour cap.
What?
For the free version.
I don't use free version.
30 hours
you're fine.
Consecutive? That's pretty
on.
long.
Oh,
Yeah,
no?
that started new recording, which, it's fine.
No, 30 hours over a 30-day period. But before we started recording last week, I was at 12 hours, and then we started hanging up on each other because we're all dicks. And then next thing you knew, I had 40 hours recorded in one
I
night.
didn't hang up on anybody, but I am a dick.
No, you didn't, Matt. You didn't.
I mean, at that
dicks.
point, if it comes to me having to record my own podcast again, I'm just going to break out OBS and do it the stupid way.
I have an extra. If either of you need it, I have an extra serial.
That's cool, but I mean, OBS does literally the same thing MP3 Skype Recorder does in terms of MP3 Skype Recorder picks up adjacent system sounds and everything else. It doesn't really make a difference.
I mean,
and I already know how to use OBS.
MP3 Skype Recorder is so cheap that
how cheap is it?
It's $5. So like when
it's not bad.
Yeah, like when
I just never had a reason to get it.
So when I went from when I updated the computer, it said, "Hey, you already have a license." Instead of going through the effort of dealing with customer support, I just bought like a 2-pack. So for like $10, I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, when I started doing Superhero Time, I paid I think $25 for an MX Skype Recorder license.
Yeah, and I like Skype Recorder better than MX Skype Recorder. Plus, it works.
MX Skype Recorder worked pretty well for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore.
It's way better than Pamela, which we tried to use for a while.
Which I never could get to work
It's horrible.
right.
Yeah, Skype Recorder works great, and I have no problem with them putting a cap on it. It's just I didn't realize that when I started a call, it started new. I seriously had like 12 recordings going at one point last week. I don't know how it does it, but that's what it did.
Hey, Brian, so are we going to pretty much not go back to Discord as far as we know?
Discord,
Well,
I think,
Skype,
is going to
who
have
knows?
a lot of changes before it's going to be a viable option for us.
Good, I wanna
not
install
least
it
of
then.
which is better handling of bandwidth for video purposes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
was
may as
gonna-
well uninstall it, Don, because I have a feeling it's going to be a good while before that happens.
I mean,
again.
eventually we'll probably use
Okay.
Discord, but
It'll
not
need
anytime
updated by
soon.
then anyway, so you may as well uninstall it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Discord rolls out updates almost as often as, actually probably more often than Skype does.
Yeah, they
Every
do.
time I started.
Yeah, pretty much. Good point, Rob. I still haven't been forced to update Skype yet, so fingers crossed
Yeah.
that holds off for a while.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think you're only going to have until the end of the month before you have to upgrade to Skype 8 or
Probably.
whatever. They sent out an email or something in the last
Yeah.
few weeks, basically giving the new termination date.
yeah, I saw that.
So, enjoy this while it's still here.
See, I wouldn't mind if they updated Skype if they made it not suck anymore.
Well, yeah, they were trying to redo Skype 8 to make it suck less, but I think it's going to end up just being the same thing, and they're going to hope everybody
Yeah.
forgot about how much it sucked the first time and think that it's better.
Yep.
Okay. After hanging up on Don, now Skype Recorder is not letting me. It says it's recording, but it hasn't updated since 12 KB. Someone hit
Well,
off.
go to your recording folder and
I did.
check on...
There was 0K. So
That's
No
not a good
temporary
sign.
files or anything?
yeah. So
That's not a
gonna,
good sign.
I'm just going to open it, close, exit, and open it back up.
Oh, boy.
Recording's fine.
I'm looking for. I started searching Cortana for MX Skype Recorder. It's MP3 Skype Recorder. It's not 2010 anymore.
We've confused Brian.
It's not hard.
job.
That's still a
Okay, it's
thing.
recording now. Yeah, so I
Huzzah.
haven't run the show, run it in a month and a half.
2 months?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this will be fun. I'm excited. Speaking of, let's go ahead and start. Wait, now it says
Oh,
recording
no.
on, monitoring. So, Jared, I mean, they did I was reading the Dan Jurgens comic where it was just post-crisis Superman living in New 52. And, I was part of that whole,
Did he commit suicide?
No, New 52 Superman died, so he wasn't, he was replaced by the real Superman, the post-crisis Superman. Then Mr. Mixiel Petlick or something combined the two into one Superman, which is horrible, which is when I stopped reading it.
That sounds pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah. And, it's pretty bad.
None of these words together is painting a very good picture at all.
No, it's not, is it?
Yeah, I think the solution is to just not read comics.
That's a pretty fair solution. Okay, I think it's recording. It looks like the file's getting larger, even though it doesn't say it is. It still sounds better than Henry Cavill. I'm not going to say anything. It does sound dumb. Okay. Let's do this. 3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, hold on. Let me start a new video recording. It's important, I guess. 3, 2, 1. Hey, this is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 595. Dude, we're 5 episodes away from 600.
Wow.
Woohoo.
I know. It's weird.
Well, that'll put us right close to Christmas within a week or so, won't it? Give or take.
Yeah, but it's not going to be we managed to do 500 as our year-end episode, and we'd managed to do 550 as our year-end episode, but I don't think we're going to do 600.
Yeah, we could take
Probably
a couple
not.
weeks off.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I
it's
mean,
not.
with all the Transformers news these days.
Hey, there's tons. Next week's going to be an awesome week, so I'm excited to talk about stuff
it?
next week. Yeah.
Everything is no.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, so...
I hope I start finding some stuff like XP bound, which we'll get to.
Hey, so let's go ahead and get this going. Hey, I'm Brian Kilby. It's been I wasn't here last week, thanks to Jason for hosting. I think Jason hosted.
Wait,
with a skeleton.
You weren't around last week thanks to Jason?
Yeah, well, no,
God, Jason,
Thank
what
you,
did you do to him?
Context.
Thank you.
we were.
It was the Halloween episode. I had to kill somebody.
Yeah, Halloween. And I've been sick. Like, and I just went through my last round of antibiotic, and I'm starting to get sick again. It's great. Kids are great. So, yeah. Well, we'll see there. So, with me, Diecast, Chris, Matt, Jason, Don, John DeLuna, and Rob Clay. Totally. So,
yeah, you better get someone on some of that probiotic yogurt there, Kilby.
Oh God. Yeah. Gut flora is not the be-all end-all fix to everything, guys.
Well, no, but when you're on antibiotics since July, you are kind of, running a little bare inside. You need to help that get up and running again.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the cure-all for everything, but you do need to, maintain your equipment a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I am regular, I will share. I am not ashamed to admit it, so I'm not worried about that.
Me too. It doesn't mean I'm healthy inside.
So, so lots of stuff going on, sort of, I guess. The big thing is, though, Chris found Siege Megatron. How'd that happen?
Oh, I didn't think we were going to just, jump off with that.
We are.
I didn't exactly find it, but I had an opportunity to get it for SRP, which is not something that can be repeated, but it was a good opportunity, so I just kind of went ahead and went for it. So I have a Megatron. Actually, it's pretty nice. It's not doing it's not super imaginative or anything, but it's very solid at just being, average. So it turns into a pretty good Megatron overall. There's a few little hiccups with it that I think should be better. Its design, it seems like it's designed to have ankle tilts, but when you unlock the ankles to use the tilt, there's no tension on that joint, so it's not actually useful for posing. And it serves no other purpose at all, so it has to have been something they designed for posability. It just doesn't work. Also, we've seen a lot of pictures with the head sunk into the chest like that. So that's on a hinged panel, and it kind of stops at level, but there's not actually anything locking it in there. It's just a slightly more friction at that point on the hinge. So you're going to be at the mercy of tolerances on that, and I don't know why they couldn't have put a little flange or something there to catch that at just the right point. But, I mean, those are relatively minor things. Everything else around it works just fine. The battle damage in person, the battle damage isn't bugging me as much as pictures of some of the other stuff is bugging me with the battle damage. Hopefully when I get some more of these toys in hand, I won't mind the battle damage so much either, because some of the pictures I've been seeing over the last week or so are really starting to put me off some of these other toys, but we'll see if that ends up still being the case later.
Oh, so you've seen the picture of Prowl. Okay.
I saw the picture of Prowl before you guys recorded last week. I'm not near as down on it as you were. I've come to accept that he's a weird shoe.
Hey, Chris, what do you think of the weight of the figure?
Feels solid.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not very hollow?
I think... No, the only visible hollow spot is the inside of the forearm.
It's not bad.
Because even where it would be hollow on the leg, there's a panel here. They basically engineered it so this panel that helps lock the tank mode together then fills in where there would be visible hollow space on the leg. So... Yeah, they definitely use economy of engineering here, and where it's not super complex to transform in any sense, they're making use of the resources they have to improve in other ways. So you're still getting a fair bit of engineering investment. It's just not all being used for transformation, and I think that's an interesting approach to it. But this is slightly shorter than the 2006 Classics Megatron, and it's a little bit shorter than Titan's Return Megatron. But it feels like it's the same mass of material. So it feels slightly heavy for its size, but it's not, it doesn't feel like it's super, super chunky or anything like that.
Interesting.
I've got a full gallery up on playwithphotography.com with the side-by-side comparisons with Titan's Return Megatron, because that's all I had handy to get out and photograph at the time. I don't know where any of my classics old Megatrons are. Nerf Gun or... What was it? United was the better one, because the Henkei had the chrome.
So they're not just off screen?
No, not in this case. I mean, they might be. I just don't know where.
Okay, that's disappointing. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I was actually really surprised though when you found him or when you got him. So
yeah,
I'm very happy for you. Jealous.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah, very jealous. Rob, I want to jump to you. You got something this week.
Yeah, I did. I did find the last Wreck-Gar at my Walgreens. It was there with the Chrome Dome and Scourge that will be there forever. And it's not bad. I always like that groove mold, so I'm pretty fond of it. The only thing that I'm not really sold on is that it really does not have any good way to hold that axe. I mean, it's just you can it'll fit in the hand, but it's just holding it by the very tip in a way that I remember doing with like toy swords and things as a child, and dropping them or hurting myself. And it doesn't look good. What I have mine doing right now is I have actually clipped that to the kickstand on the one arm, so it's approximately the length of the axe when it's folded into an L shape that Wreck-Gar's G1 axe would have been. It's not particularly elegant, but it looks better in my opinion than just trying to have him hold that thing that was not designed for this toy. But yeah, paint looks good. I like the copper colored plastic, and again, I like that groove mold, so it was worth it.
Cool. Yeah, I got it. I like it. Not as crazy about it as I thought. I guess for whatever reason, I just prefer that. Was it Reveal the Shield or Universe, whatever it was?
Yeah.
That
I
Reveal the Shield. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do too. It's one of those things where probably this is a little bit closer to being, G1 on model, in that it's a lot blockier than Reveal the Shield. So if that's a thing that's really important to you, this is probably the Wreck-Gar for you. If it's not, the older one is probably going to do better for you.
For whatever reason, I feel like the weapon that he has, it's I haven't compared it to the one that came with the Reveal the Shield, but just like looking at it, it seems really similar to the axe that came with that toy. It's not
It's the same thing.
Is it the same one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is 100% the same axe.
Same one.
Okay.
I mean, you can tell because the way I was clipping it to the kickstand, I was just talking about, that's one of the Miyake joint clips that they have not used for anything in years. So yeah, that is definitely from the Reveal the Shield toy.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so. It was just weird. So cool. I'll go ahead. So as far as new things, G1 Starscream, that's new, right? No, that's 34 years old. But the one I got at Walmart's new. I have no idea why I bought it. I already have one. But I don't have.
It has those wing pieces that are new, right?
I haven't opened it. I don't think so.
It comes with that Megatron gun that one of the other reissues came with.
Yeah.
But
I didn't have one at Smith and Sold box anymore because my I don't even have the reissue anymore because I sold that years ago. So I've got one at Smith and Sold box. So yeah, if I find a hot rod, I'll take a fifth hot rod. Hot rod, but this one will be the one that stays in Smith and Sold box.
Too bad it's in the box backwards. You'll have to open it up.
Yeah, I know. Like of all the ones to keep in box, that's the worst one.
Yeah, that sucks. Never mind.
One quick thing about Wreck-Gar before we move on. This isn't going to be the case for everybody. There have been scattered but not widespread reports of it ringing up for $2. So it's worth, if you see one, it's probably worth giving a scan. I mean, it's enough that it's not like a single one-off incident, but it's not really widespread, I don't think.
So I guess,
give it a look.
I guess to talk about like morality or ethics or whatever, if that happens, would you just take it? Don, you're the one here who has the most experience in retail. Should the person, I would tell the cashier, hey, this is ringing up for $2. It should be ringing up for either 18 or 20. What would you do, Don? What would you do?
I'd probably go in and take it what it scans for.
I would.
Yeah, I agree, because the cashier has no control over what it scans for. Like, the only person who would be at fault would be whoever has it registered in the computer system at the $2 price.
I know. I mean,
and
that's probably
it's not it's not imposed on the customer to correct the store's mistakes. Essentially,
Is it not? I don't know. I don't know the law.
I mean, if something is in, like, say someone had put it in the wrong spot, for, let's say they put it where a $12.99 one step was, I would definitely, I would put them where they're supposed to go. That's just more force of habit. I would pay the regular, but I wouldn't say that's in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, I'm also.
How do you know that it's a mistake? Maybe that particular store is clearancing out all their Transformers, and that just got caught up in it.
And that's the problem with cross-referencing exclusives like that with the regular assortment, is if they do want to clearance out one, something else is going to get stuck along with that. But in that case, that's something you probably would interpret as being a mistake.
Yeah.
Well, that's their system, because every time someone tries to look for an exclusive, it comes up with the regular assortments anyway. So you can never. So it always says like, "Oh, this store has 3, this store has 4."
Yeah.
But in reality, they don't, because they're the regular ones. So, it's not like you're cheating the store. I kind of got to side with Don on this one. I would just buy it at the price.
I mean, I that if I'm at a comic shop or something, and there's like something in the dollar bin that's worth like $50. I mean, I would tell them.
Yeah, it's a different situation though. Most of the comic shops are independently owned, and you know what I mean. It's
I don't know. So, like the oldest kid stole a 60-cent cookie like a week ago, and we made her go pay for the cookie and apologize to the lunch lady. And so
that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's different.
I mean, I don't know that it's different. But
That's a teaching moment.
Yeah, never mind.
It's different.
Yeah. So, hey, I don't think so. So,
the lunch lady wasn't doing her job wrong by your kid taking the cookie, Brian.
Yes,
and you're not doing anything wrong by paying the price that the store has set for an item.
No, so what happened? The lunch lady told her to take the cookie because she touched it. She couldn't resell it. And the kid was manipulating the situation to get the cookie for free. Yeah, the lunch lady should have just taken it and threw it away, which is terrible.
Okay, now that is a little stickier.
Yeah, it was sticky. It was totally sticky.
Oh yeah, that's why they couldn't resell it.
Yeah. So let's see here. Oh yeah, so I got Starscream, and I finally transformed Masterpiece Shadow Panther and Masterpiece Dinobot. Yeah, people love. I mean, I didn't like the Raptor mode for Dinobot, and nobody does. The robot mode is beautiful, but I'm still not super crazy about it. I couldn't find my instructions, so I was doing. I should give this guy a plug. I can't remember his channel's name, but basically what he does is he takes toys and he does stop motion transformations of the toy. So I was able to just follow his lead, and I was able to transform Masterpiece Dinobot in like 3 minutes. It was pretty freaking awesome. I'll try to find the URL and link to it in the show notes. Very pleased with that. So, yeah, that was like the best, because I had like 15 free minutes one afternoon, and I just managed to transform that. So I was pretty pleased with it. But yeah, it only took me 3 months to get around to transforming it. Just 3 months. Yeah.
We've been sick for the last 3 months, so it's understandable.
Yeah. So So Diecast, what'd you get?
Oh, I got a couple things I forgot to talk about from TFCon. I got a TFCon shirt which has Unicron on it, which I'm super happy about. I really like the design of that shirt. That was awesome. I normally don't get the shirts, and I saw that, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have it. Give it to me. And then I also got... I know I talked about this on one of the podcasts. I don't think it was this one. I got an officially licensed Hasbro box of stuff. And it came with a shirt. It came with a belt. It came with a bunch of stuff. The weirdest thing in the box was this. And at first glance, it looks like a business card holder. But when you open it up, it's clearly a cigarette holder.
That is so weird.
It's an officially licensed cigarette holder.
By Hasbro or Takara?
By Hasbro. And it was licensed in 2017.
That's weird, but
super weird.
But like a lot of those licenses, I've heard some stories about how companies will come. They'll say we are applying for these licenses. It's just they don't even see the product. They just see a listing, and they usually just rubber stamp it. Not talking about Hasbro specifically, but like specifically WWE. It's why you can go into a Dollar General and they have those gigantic lighters with John Cena on it. John Cena is not proud of having his face on like a giant cigarette lighter, but WWE doesn't care. I just smoking and toy products don't really. I wouldn't really think they would mix, but yeah, it was super weird to find this in the box.
Have you seen people's credit cards after a new line hits? They're smoking.
Did I say I got a wreck car? Oh God. Yeah, I got wreck car because everyone else got wreck car. I paid full price. I didn't pay the $2 that some people were finding him for. I also got Fans Toys RC.
Cool. I have yet to open mine yet.
She's not in some horrible pose. So are you sure that's the Fans Toys RC or something else?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean,
Keep her away from Springer.
I got to keep her away from Springer. Excuse me. And also just came in today. Zeta Toys Firefly. Fireflight. Well, they call it Firefly, but it's Fireflight.
I thought you gave up on those.
Yeah, till I saw it at TFCon, and I was like, wow, the combined mode was really impressive. Could use a little bit better paint, but I figured I'd give it one more try. Give it an old college try. And then I also got Quietus. Whatever. I can never say his name. So that's the second one. Same with the RC. So I can have one in vehicle, one in robot mode for both of those.
I don't even have two of the same. Well, I do have 3 animated RCs.
Maybe the cockpit will close on one of them.
Yeah, I was hoping the newer one that came in today. I'm hoping the cockpit's going to close. If not, I also bought a little wireless rotary like Dremel, really small from tfradio.net/Amazon.
Woo!
That way I can go in there and try and get that cockpit to close, do a little sanding and stuff.
You're performing
What
surgery.
about the Vaseline?
Oh, God.
The cockpit lube, yeah. I don't think that's going to work. I think it needs a little bit more than cockpit lube.
According to Fans Toys, it'll work.
Yeah, you need a bigger hammer. If it doesn't work, get a bigger hammer.
So, yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. So, Matt, you got a big box full of Marvel Legends stuff.
Yes, I did, from tfradio.net/Amazon, actually. With it came, I got a big Power Rangers book, a visual history guide of the Power Rangers came out. Haven't really flipped through it yet, but okay. Marvel Legends. So I watched Daredevil season 3 and went kind of on a tear with Daredevil characters.
That happens.
Yeah. So I got Daredevil in his black and red outfit because that's the one I like.
Oh, nice.
And an Elektra and a Typhoid Mary to try and kill him.
Nice.
Is Typhoid Mary a thing now?
Not in years, right?
Yeah, I mean, she was like a real minor character for the longest time.
Well, they can still make figures of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got a Dr. Octopus for a better price than Eric Crown ever found at TFCon.
I need that.
I have yet to see that.
And I got Ghost Rider because he was like $5 off on Amazon.
I saw that on clearance at Toys R Us when it was going under. It was Toys R Us clearance, so it wasn't like that great, but
yeah.
And between tfradio.net/Amazon and my local GameStop, I got a pair of Scarlet Spiders, both Kane Parker and the correct Ben Reilly.
I do kind of want that Ben Reilly.
It is really nice. They darkened up the red on this issue, so he is actually a Scarlet Spider, and it vastly improves the overall appearance. I love it.
Because I've got the Marvel Legends one, but I also only have the one they did from the Overpower one. That was that card game they did back in the mid '90s. I have like the Toy Biz first. Yeah, I've still got that one.
And then I got a box of Big Bad Toy Store in today too. I got my Archangel. Love it. And a Secret Wars Captain America because it was on sale and I like the suit. And an Eric O'Grady Black Ant to go on my Thunderbolt shelf.
Who?
Ant-Man #3.
Oh, okay. All right.
And something that's actually Transformers related and thus topical, Masterpiece Corden.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I need to get him.
Yeah. So, with a nice little Transformers 35th anniversary stamp on the box of a Diaclone-inspired Transformer.
I have no idea why I forgot to pre-order that.
I don't either. It is a great figure.
When people started,
Months of sickness?
I guess so.
We're not getting you, Chris.
Oops. I can't imagine what would be going on in your life where you would just like forget to pre-order something.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, or we just didn't tell you to do it during the show,
There you
which
go.
is when you're guaranteed the pre-order stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like,
So what you should do now is order a
Buy it.
Masterpiece Corden, Brian.
Yeah.
yeah, it's. Yeah, I could have swore that No, I don't. It's I didn't pre-order it, but it's beautiful. I need it. I just have other priorities right now, so I hate that. So yeah, it's beautiful. I need it. I need to get it.
You got to save for that Unicron that we're hopefully going to get because everything keeps pointing to Unicron.
For like $5,000 through the HasLabs.
Hey, either way,
If-
you have to at least order 3 to get it made.
If it's
No,
it's $5,000, would you get it?
Oh no.
What
No.
would be your limit? You're the person on in there. What's your limit?
Oh. 750.
Damn. Okay.
I was about to say, yeah, ask Diecast what his limit is and divide that by at least 3, and we'll get the idea of what, most people will actually pay for it.
That's fair.
You said that. Yeah, you said that, Brian, about Hasbro Labs, and I was thinking, my mind jumped to Nintendo Labo and them doing like a Unicron set where you're
Cardboard.
Yeah, and then you can just you can transform yourself from planet to robot, and just basically it's like a giant Transformers Pac-Man. You just go around eating planets, and you just transform.
Damn it, Don! I want that now.
This has promise.
I would play the heck out of that. Gosh, Nintendo should get the Transformers license.
I thought about that when they announced the big robot thing that you can build. They could reskin that, couldn't they, as Optimus or Megatron, and
Probably.
as a theme pack or DLC or something.
Probably.
Possibly so.
Yeah. Okay. Jason, did you get anything?
Yes. I'm assuming Anthony was able to pull himself away from sleepless nights and podcasting and changing dirty
Congratulations,
diapers.
Anthony. Fatherhood.
Yes.
Because he was fine. He was able to send out my second Fluoride model. So I've got another 2.5, 3 hours of model making fun in my future. And because he's an awesome guy, he threw in a fun little extra, which I'm gonna have to back up to show everyone.
Ooh.
Oh,
right.
That's my favorite poster.
Oh yeah,
It's great.
when I opened the box, I was more I saw that I was almost more excited than the model because I didn't think I'd get one of these. But so that was very kind of him. So I really appreciate that, and I don't know where I'm going to find a place to put it, but I will find a place. And so I got plenty of stuff to do soon. That's it.
Sorry, conferring here in the chat. Hey, let's see here. What else? John, did you get anything?
Yeah, I got a couple things. I got Wreck-Gar like everybody else. And then I've been enjoying a new podcast that's about collecting wrestling figures, which I don't do, but I like listening to that topic. And one of my favorite segments on that podcast is they talk about scouring eBay for stuff. And that reminded me that I used to do that a lot, like 10, 15 years ago, and I don't do it now. So I've started. So, because I don't buy a ton of in-market Transformers at this point, so I've gotten back into the eBay thing. And so I've also realized that there's not a ton of stuff I actually need or want vintage-wise, which is sad. But I did find a couple of weird things to kind of like fill holes in my collection. One of them was the Toys R Us exclusive Deluxe Megatron from the last night, which is just a redeco with a new head of the Generations Stealth Bomber Megatron with a nice color scheme, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's just like real kind of random stuff that can just go right by your radar if you're not paying attention. So that's something I got. Not huge.
What's the name of the podcast again?
The Major Figure Podcast. It's the one with Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins.
Oh, neat.
It's awesome because they're ridiculously hardcore wrestling figure collectors and active professional wrestlers. So it's fun. Anyway, but yeah, they reminded me that, hey, eBay is a thing that I used to just kind of peruse. And so I'm doing it now. And like I said, actually, thankfully, there's not a lot of things that I'm compelled to buy on eBay at this point. But it is fun to go back and just kind of like go back to the flea market, take a look.
My eBay account is 20 years and 3 months old. It's older than Eric. To me, the internet is still new. It feels new.
Boy, that's a thing to think about. Eric has never existed in a world where eBay was not a thing.
Man,
that is so wild.
I was thinking about like my stepson's always on like Call of Duty online and stuff through the Xbox, and I'm like, he was never around when we just had to play video game or have a friend come over to play like with another person. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, and there's kids playing Pokemon now who will never have experience having to have a physical cable and someone in the same room to trade Pokemon with. You can do that all over the internet now.
You can do trade,
or a world without Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, that too, but I mean, that seems more of a clear concept. Like Pokemon just exists now. It's a thing. It always has been a thing. It's retroactively existed. We had like 18th century Pokemon at one point. There's books I'm sure you can go dig up. It's a new Mandela effect.
And, it's like Transformers.
And kids now will never know what it's like to live in a world without measles.
No, they come back every once in a while.
Vaccinate your kids. Vaccinate your kids.
Vaccinate your damn children.
Vaccinate your children.
Oh my God, you have measles now, Brian?
Vaccinate your kids. Okay. So, what else? Yeah. Okay, let's jump to this week in history. Wait, Don. Wait, I skipped Don. Don.
That's right.
What'd you get?
A new eye.
Is it working?
Beautiful.
Well, I went from 20 over 500 to 20 over 40. So, yeah, it's working.
You could just get an eye patch.
I've got one, Don. I can send you.
I don't want Apple's products. But, the eye patch.
Oh, God. I can't kick him.
But no, I am currently in the process of getting cataract surgery. The right eye will be good next Thursday. I'll go in for that. The left eye is done. I'm just taking the drops and everything now to heal up. So that's pretty much what I got this week was a new eye.
Cool. Hey, so I have glasses on the way because my new eye doctor, I haven't visited the eye doctor in 10 years, said because I have 20/20 vision, I need glasses, which, I get it. My vision's not perfect. 20/20 vision is not perfect, but it was just funny that they tried to sell me 2 pair of glasses with my 20/20 vision. Of course, I think it's going to...
Why?
What? Well, I had 20/15 vision. Of course, then I had remember a few years ago when I was playing with the lasers and everything. Plus, I'm 8 years older than I was the last time I went to the eye doctor.
Yeah, you're old.
Yeah, so,
I mean, your vision degrades as you get older.
In your eyes.
I've shot green lasers into my eyes. So, yeah, don't do that, kids.
You bounce green laser into your eye while trying to green laser us through your webcam.
I'm just saying, if you have an eye doctor trying to sell you eyeglasses when your vision's 20/20, I think you need a new eye doctor.
Oh no, here's the thing. So like my vision 20/20, that just means I can read, something at the same distance as everybody else or most other people at 20 feet. Doesn't mean it's perfect or anything. So my vision is sharper with the glasses, which is closer to where it was, when I was 32 instead of nearly 40. So yeah, but it's just kind of funny. So I'll have some glasses next week, but they're just prescription sunglasses, so nothing major. What else? That's it. Let's jump to This Week in History. So, This Week in History, 35 minutes into the show. This Week in History.
What else is new?
I know, right? 2006. This is hilarious. The Transformers the Movie 20th Anniversary Special Edition DVD is released in the U.S. by Sony BMG.
That's the one I own.
This is the one that I still think of as the new release.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get that.
Yeah. I think if the Rhino release is the release, and this is the new release. It's 12 years ago.
Yeah.
A
12
lot of
years
nice
ago.
extras on that one, though.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
It was a very good release.
It was a good release.
Yeah.
Was it the one that the colors were oversaturated though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I own it. I've never watched it.
There's some decent stuff on there, some Diaclone commercials and things like that, as I recall.
Really?
So,
Yeah,
I think it had the Scramble City, but without the original audio because Toei is dicks.
I had
So
no
it
idea.
has a commentary, which I think Chris McFeely participated in.
I believe so, yeah.
I had no idea.
the color was really off. Like I liked I had original version from years ago. I picked up at EB when I was young, and that version I preferred watching the movie in the older version and not
On
the Sony
VHS,
version.
the Family Home Entertainment version?
No, it was a DVD.
The Rhino.
the
release.
Rhino.
The first.
It might have been Rhino.
Well,
yeah,
it had to be because there wasn't another release in in English North America. So.
Hey, wasn't that Rodimus Cyclonus 2-pack released right after that came out, and that Hot Rod was kind of...
No, that was like
not-
2010.
That was much
Yeah.
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, they did in 2006 release the masterpiece Optimus again, which was basically referencing the 20th anniversary of the movie in like similar packaging style, where it actually had to have a disclaimer on there saying that it did not have the copy of the movie with it.
That was the
Oh,
battle damaged version, right?
No, the Battle Damage was the original version, I think.
Yeah.
The original US version, yeah.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
2004.
No.
Yeah.
The original version isn't covered with battle damage. There was another subsequent release that had like all the extra battle damage added to it.
The Japanese one wasn't. The American one was.
Yeah, Hasbro's original 2004 release had the Battle Damage on it.
God,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't remember it that way. Interesting. Okay,
You probably have the Japanese one.
I got it at
or
Walmart.
had
I got it
Japanese
at
one.
Walmart.
Yeah, I imported the original one from Japan.
If you got it at Walmart, you might have got the 2006 one.
No, it was 2000. I mean, unless I got the 2006 one in 2004.
You might have. I don't
Yeah,
know how
yeah.
your stores work.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how time works.
Yeah, me neither. Hey, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Well, it's like wibbly wobbly timey wimey. That's how it works.
No, it's not like that. Nothing's like that.
No, but I think the Battle Damage on the 2004 release was actually a contributing factor to me not getting it at the time. That and there was like a running change with the Ion Blaster, where the more common one had the blue one, I think, and the first one was gray. Yeah, silver or gray. And I never saw it in time to get that one, which I actually thought was more interesting.
I have the silver one. I kind of wanted the black one for accuracy, but never saw it.
Okay, maybe the running change was to black and the 2006 one had blue.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think so.
so I got it, and yeah, I mean, so actually, let me turn the camera.
Yeah, that would help.
It's not that like battle damage is like what I would describe as a There's some like
Well, it's not siege battle damage.
yeah,
no.
but there's one
Yeah.
that came out that has like siege battle damage, isn't there?
No.
There's not.
Not that I know of.
No,
just
that's
a
the
couple,
only-
Just a couple blaster fire marks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just scorch marks.
Yeah, that's what this has. It's just scorch marks.
Scorch marks, which is the kind of battle damage maybe Siege should have instead of the random paint splotches.
I could have swore the one that JD had when, of course, after JD passed and Don acquired his collection, I was sure that one had like actual, not like molded in battle damage, but like more detailed battle damage on it. I didn't
get that, Brian. That wasn't in there.
Okay. I just dreamed it.
Oh, striking out on all fronts tonight.
I'm gonna check my favorite Transformers resource site when I want to look up something. I'm gonna go to tfu.info.
But yeah, I think when the 2006 version of that came out, at some point it was available reasonably cheap via Hasbro Toy Shop or something. I picked that up, and that was the one that had the base with the audio clips too. So. Yeah.
I thought that one was so cool. The one with
it was.
Was that the 20th anniversary one?
20th anniversary of the movie.
No. I have a 20th anniversary Optimus Prime on my shelf that's still in the box.
The masterpiece, right?
Yeah.
So the 2004 release would technically be 20th anniversary. They then re-released it in 2006 for the 20th anniversary of the movie.
It's hilarious how I've had this thing now for 14 years, and I mentally whitewashed it and cleaned up all of the battle damage on it. It's just hilarious. Okay.
I don't think mine has battle damage.
The 06 version.
Hell.
Right.
I thought
can you see the rifle in there? What color is the rifle?
The rifle is black with blue.
Black with blue. If it's got black on it, it's the 2004 version.
I'll grab it.
Because the 2006 version, I think, only came in blue.
Yeah, blue with yellow wasn't that right?
Yellow highlighting, yeah.
Yeah. I have the original one was either silver or black with blue highlighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thrilling podcasting, I know.
It is thrilling podcasting. So moving along.
Oh wait, he's coming back.
Thrilling 35.
Yeah, that's the original.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I remember that packaging well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the packaging for the 2006 release actually looked more like Titanium's packaging.
Yeah, it is the 2004 because it says
20th anniversary.
84 to 2004. But
Yeah.
There you go.
it does not have the stand, which is really cool. I think
they added that for the 2006 release.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so moving right along.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved. Not really a mystery, just my brain. Big news, Transformers Siege reaches U.S. retail. Battle Masters Wave 1 cited with in-hand photos.
And then after that, we've also learned that Target, one particular in Virginia, has been confirmed to have the inventory sitting in the back. So if it's gotten that far, there's got to be other ones across the country that have received stock. BrickSeek lookups are not working right now, so we're thinking that it may not be actually registered in the system yet, but the stock is on hand in various places.
Hey, Chris, you all just completely went dead silent for about 30 seconds for me. What was it you were saying? Because I didn't hear anything you were saying for the last 30 seconds.
It's okay, Don. We'll catch up later. So Siege is out at U.S. retail.
Mm-hmm. So I hope I can find it. I was actually checking BrickSeek through the article on T-Formers, and nothing was showing in my area. So I thought that my area just doesn't have stock yet.
Yeah, what the theory right now is that they have the stuff sitting there, but it's not registered in their system yet. Because as you remember, we're under the impression that there is a December 1st on sale date for the Siege toys. So the stores may be receiving it, but may not be a priority to get logged in and actually active in their inventory system.
See, Target's hard. You never know what's going on with them because they also have set dates, and they will not bring the stuff out till the set date. So if they have like a set date of 11/29 just as a particular date, even if the stuff isn't street dated, they won't bring it out.
But usually, even in that case, you can still find it through BrickSeek. The other thing complicating is that sometimes as they move into the holiday season, whatever process BrickSeek uses to access Target's inventory data gets turned off. And it's not like an intentional thing to lock out BrickSeek. It's just something to reduce the strain on their lookup system, so more of it's available for their internal use.
Yeah.
It seems a little early for that to be happening now, so it's really hard to say. Until somebody goes and actually like finds a target with the IL scanners where you can still punch in the numbers to look something up manually, and does or does not get a result there, it's kind of hard to say exactly what's going on. If it comes up in the stores and it's just a outside access thing. But yeah, right now we know for sure the Battle Masters were found on the West Coast in California and Washington. I can think of off the top of my head. Voyagers and Deluxes were pulled out of a back room somewhere in Virginia. I forget the exact location. But like it's in the system, it's in the distribution system at this point. Whether Walmart's getting any in yet or not is a toss-up.
Yeah,
they weren't exactly first out of the gate with Power of the Primes by any means.
Well, my local Walmart just got Inferno in for the first time last week.
My Walmart and my Target the pegs are filled completely with Wave 3 of Power of the Primes. They have Inferno and Grimlock stacked on top of each other. Like, I'm not kidding you, 12 deep in the thing. I'm not seeing any of these for months.
Getting ready for Christmas. Hey, we are. So I noticed that Toys for Tots, the collection box is already out at local gas stations. So if you want to help clear out shelves for new toys like Siege, we don't have a code name for this year.
Okay, how about this? Code name, get rid of stuff. Literally, let's call it what it is. Get rid of old stuff.
Operation Depower Power of the Primes.
That's too wordy, podcast.
If anybody has any great ideas, tweet at us at TF Radio.
I like Purge of the Primes, but whatever.
Purge of the Primes.
Purge of
the Primes. There you go.
Purge of the Primes.
Whose idea was that?
Me.
Jason.
Oh, that's the best one. Yeah, Purge of the Primes.
Yeah, I think we just didn't hear him the first 3 times he was saying it.
Stupid Skype ducking.
Yeah, we need to come up with
Oh yeah, Power Down of the Primes would be good too. But no, Purge of the Primes is like really straightforward though.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, nice. Sweet. Okay, so Operation Purge of the Primes.
Purge of the Primes.
Okay, we'll start promoting that. So hey, Purge of the Primes. Pick up whatever. Go to your local store. Get whatever you have on the shelf. Take it to a Toys for Tots drop-off box and, make some kid happy.
And speaking of Power of the Primes, apparently...
Now, this is pretty amazing. So I was happy to learn this. Power of the Primes Select Series coming early next year with more redecos, including Red Swoop and Ricochet. Now, I'm assuming that Swoop is a Photoshop in the...
The Swoop in the article is the original promo renders, which we got around SDCC or whenever. Yeah,
that's forever ago. So yeah, that's what it should look like.
Yeah, probably so. And I was glad I remember that existed.
Yeah,
we were pretty sure. Brian, you saw that with me at
HasCon.
Yeah. So we figured that we were going to get a Red Swoop,
and they said it was going to come out too, right?
Well, the promo one was always red from the beginning, but all the display ones were blue. And when asked about that, they had decided to go with the blue and just never got around to changing the promo stuff. I don't think they really committed at any point to that. Yeah, we'll get the red one out. I think it was just a matter of more like, yeah, we are hearing people say they're interested in this red one, and everything's always up in the air in the future, or whatever publicity speak. PR
and here's
speak.
The Jazz repaint that Chris kept shaking his head, going, "We have to get a repaint of that. We have to get something of that mold."
We have to get
so here it is,
Ricochet.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hey, are we ever going to get that? Was it Onslaught? We're going to get the other color variation of.
Oh yeah, we're never seeing that.
Sadness.
That's the Combiner Wars Select Series.
Yeah. Sadness. Okay, cool. So
and besides, before that, it would have to be the Demolisher retool.
Oh yeah. We'll see. So, Select Series, great. And I love this.
Yeah, I made sure to put this high up on the notes because I saw that you put it on the cover art for this week.
G-Shock, Cross Transformers Master Optimus Prime, Resonant Mode, crossover merchandise. So it's a big Optimus Prime. It's got a watch in it.
I want this.
I love it.
Wow.
I want it.
I bet it's not going to be cheap, but it looks great.
Is it going to be like a Asian exclusive or something?
Oh yeah, yeah. Look at it.
Yeah, it's a Takara thing.
Yeah.
It's like
he can't have a clock in him. He's not a Tanuki.
Well, I was gonna say this is like Super Heinrad is basically what this is. Heinrad evolved into a super form and became this.
I love the display that the body becomes for the watch. I mean, that's just so cool.
I would never wear the watch.
Yeah.
Because it would just get gunk on it and crap, and it would just look horrible. But I love this.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't wear the watch because if anything happens to it, then Prime has a hole in his chest, and that's
no, it doesn't. It comes with a replacement piece that looks like the core of the Matrix to put in the spot where the watch goes.
Oh, that is so great.
Oh, that is great. Nice.
I need this.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
but
they thought of that.
What does it transform into?
Just a stand
A stand for the watch.
right there.
Hey Chris, you didn't find out what the expected retail is on this. Did you?
No, I don't even know what the immediate source of the pictures is. It looks like from a magazine or something, but I don't know what specifically those pictures were taken from.
Gotcha.
So how much is a G-Shock watch? Like $40?
No, 100.
If that. What? Not 100.
Socks are expensive, I thought.
Here's one for
That
$45
one does not look
at Target.
expensive.
$45 at Target.
Yeah, I mean, if we assume the watch itself would be around $50, let's just say for a little flexibility in that, there's probably $100 or 9,000 yen worth of plastic toy around it. So
I'm looking
15,000 yen sounds like probably a solid guess for the price point.
I'm thinking 30,000 yen. I think this is probably gonna be like $300.
Okay, I mean,
not impossible.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I'm not ruling it out.
I mean, so like the $50 price is like the standard watch you get like at Target. There are more expensive versions, like Diecast said. This seems to be a limited exclusive version. Yeah, I'm betting it's $300. That's just my gut. I'm probably wrong, like normal. So
I hope I can find
exclusivity
one
will
of
do
these.
that. So
yeah.
No, I think you're right on actually.
So we're getting Power of the Primes, like a Titan class Predaking sword. What?
No, we're not. China is.
How?
And only if they buy another Predaking to go with it.
What? Okay.
Yeah. As far as we can tell, it's an exclusive that is being issued. The only place we know that it's being issued is like Hasbro's flagship store in like one of the largest shopping malls in China, is what the translation from Autobase Aichi reads
So
like.
the Mall of America of China?
Pretty much.
That it's huge.
Well,
Yeah,
that picture, unless they use the same pictures for Taobao, that's a Taobao promotion for 11/11, which is a big sale day overseas.
Singles Day.
It's probably a promotion across.
I think
Asia
Hasbro in China actually does have a storefront on Taobao.
Do they have just the sword on Taobao diecast, and what does it run if so?
I want it.
I don't think they have just the sword, but that Predaking is 839 yuan, which is about 150, 160, 150 bucks, I think.
Yeah.
Plus shipping.
Yeah, so if you already have a Predaking, there's, to my knowledge, no alternative way to get this sword at the moment, which that gets old. That gets really old.
We always said Predaking should have had a sword.
Yeah.
Just like, Fortress Maximus, should have had a sword in every release as opposed to just every release except the one I wound up with.
Well, okay, so the thing about that is there was a release of that Master Sword by itself somehow after the Takara one and the San Diego one came out.
Yes,
overseas. I just don't remember how that was handled.
It was, I believe, like a either store or convention exclusive in like Hong Kong, which again, does me no good personally. So,
but it opens the possibility that other markets in Asia might be able to get the sword as its own premium, which means there would be more of a chance to pick that up through import than rebuying a Predaking.
Yeah, hopefully not for the prices I've seen that Fortress Maximus sword go for on its own, even so. But, at least more opportunities would be good for people who, live not in China.
Yeah.
And, there's always the possibility that a few cases of these will fall off the back of a truck somewhere, and diecast will be able to start middlemanning us some.
Yeah.
The sword looks strange to me. It almost looks like it.
Yeah, as much as I wanted Predaking to have a sword, I don't really like the way this one looks. So
It
I
doesn't
think I'm
look
okay
like it's a
without it.
Transformers sword. It's like, I don't know.
I take it. I don't really need it.
I mean,
I think I can wait till like a third party comes out with an upgrade kit.
Perfect Effect, I think. Perfect Effect or Transform Dreamwave, I think, had a Predaking kit on the books, which I
Transform Dreamwave has one. That's the one I pre-ordered.
Yeah, that's the one where they have individual swords that all combine together to make a big sword for Predaking.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons. Yeah, I think one of the reasons this looks weird is that none of the colors actually match the rest of Predaking. It's not the same oranges on any of the individual Predacons, not the same red, nothing. And that's considering they are, a pretty cohesively colored combiner. That is just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so something that's pretty awesome though. BotBots Wave 1. And I didn't realize there's a TransformersBotBots.com, so that's my new homepage. I gotta say. But these come out November 15th. Do we know? I think it's November. I think it's 15th.
Okay.
I thought that was the date that I read in the press release, something like that. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember.
So
I didn't see a press release.
I didn't read the press release. I just looked at the pictures and went want.
Yeah, I definitely want. These, do we know where they're going to be available? What retailers will carry these? Any guess? Walmart, probably.
Walmart, Target.
Yeah, that's my guess.
I mean, you'll probably find them in some grocery stores too, because Tiny Turbo Changers Assortment 3 has ended up in at least Kroger's.
There are some blind bag things that Five Below carries at full price, and I'd say these are a pretty solid candidate for that too.
I agree. I was thinking Five Below. God, I'm so excited. The best thing ever. I want the bathroom set. I want everything. We just may turn this into a BotBots podcast.
Yeah, so the thing to keep in mind is that they ship as a case of 24, and there's 24 toys in a case of 24. So you either need to get to it immediately, or try to find some place where they're selling them by the case.
Like rip it out of the hands of a small child. Who was it that did that recently? Didn't somebody rip a toy out of the hands of a
diecast?
I don't know.
It wasn't me.
I would
never do that.
Incoming pertinent tweet from the TF Wiki. BotBots listings are now up on Amazon.
Oh,
and we now pause the show.
And yeah, it says basically if you want them by November the 16th, you can choose one-day shipping. So yeah, the 15th sounds like it's right. So yeah, tfradio.net/Amazon, because the Techie Team and Toilet Troop are now available.
Yeah, these are the multi-packs.
Mm-hmm. $9.99 each.
Heck yeah. tfradio.net/Amazon.
I may have to do that.
And actually, I'm looking at this right now that says free delivery by Saturday. So that would be the 10th, not the 15th.
Interesting.
Okay.
Do you have a link to that? Because
I will have it. I'll have a link in a second.
Yes, let him make the correct affiliate link for that.
I searched BotBots and nothing came up.
I did too.
Well, BotBots does not appear anywhere in this. This is listed as Transformers Toilet Troop action figure and Techie Team action figure.
For delivery by Friday. Oh, man.
Yeah, I can get it by Friday if I order within 16 hours and choose paid one-day shipping at checkout.
Me pay. Okay, so... so it'll be at tfradio.net/botbot1, tfradio.net/botbot2. Just give me a second while I pay for this. Why does it say gift receipt? Continue without gift options. Yeah, so that's awesome. tfradio.net/botbot1 and tfradio.net/botbot2.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the box they come in will be bigger than the box for Jeffrey's toy box when you see that in the store.
Oh, segue.
Good segue.
Yeah. You guys handle that. I'll make this link. Go ahead.
We're just full of segues tonight.
Okay.
Well, Rob, did you write the article on this?
No, Jay did actually. Jay from T-Formers, not Jay, my brother. But yes, Jeffrey's Toy Box, we have now found out what that is, and it's a cardboard box at Kroger.
It's
Put some
terrible.
toys in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
some toys in it.
that's what they said it was going to be. They said it would be a pop-up store inside a store.
We
so.
just didn't think that would be literal.
I kind of expect a pop-up store to be an actual store, not some
a
with a
pop-up
cardboard floor display.
No, because what the press release for that said was that it would be pop-up in an established regional retailer, and this sounds exactly like what that was promising. And Kroger was what I was thinking probably would be either that or Meijer.
Mm-hmm.
And, flip a coin and eventually you'd come up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm making a small correction. So this is going to be tfradio.net/BB Toilet.
There you go.
This will be the first one, and I'm working on that right now.
That just sounds interesting.
I know, right? BB Toilet. Is it Bumblebee Toilet? What?
And I was about to say, if anybody, goes searching for these and finds anything really interesting on Amazon under Transformers Toilet, please let us know.
I could use that probably. That would be awesome.
Should link to a bidet, one of those bidets to get some good.
I see why this came up with. I see why this came up with gift options. The link the wiki posted has a wish list code attached to it, so they were probably using a private wish list to track some of these listings for updates. I actually had the same thing set up in my account.
Gotcha.
And BB Tech.
See, that's just Best Buy Tech in my head.
Yeah, well, it's Bot's Tech.
Would be bad tech.
BB was also a designation for some series of ST Gundams, wasn't it? BB Musha, I think.
Yeah. Also, BB Senshi. I think they may actually have fired little plastic ball bearings.
Yeah, tfradio.net/BB Toilet, tfradio.net/BB Tech. So sweet.
We only have the best links here.
Just
The
full
best
of all
links.
kinds of weird information.
Yeah, I know. And I should have them Friday.
Nice.
Oh, one of them, that was weird. I went through checkout, and one of them said Friday, and one of them said Monday.
Interesting.
Well, you're getting them from two different distribution centers then.
Neat.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
So check Brian's Twitter on Friday for nothing but bot pictures.
Yeah.
How is that different from any other day?
I might. Just
he doesn't have yet.
I may have to work from home.
Well, there's pictures out there he can tweet.
That's true.
You are totally going to work from home, aren't you, on Friday?
Maybe.
Can't come in. I'm sick again. I'm sorry.
So actually, I was out sick yesterday, which sucks. So what the hell is a statue? It's a cell shaded statue that looks horrible.
It's
the same.
It's like the one Don wants to get, the Optimus Prime one Don wants to get, except it's Starscream. So I thought he'd want to talk about this.
It looks horrible.
Yeah,
I don't look at
so.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it just does not look like it's even from the same company. It's.
I don't know if it is from the same company.
I mean, when I say it's horrible, I mean it's sculpted well and everything. I just I don't want the cell shaded. I would want this like normal, normal deco.
I'm not sold on the face sculpt myself.
Yeah, it's a little bit off.
Yeah, and it's just the Prime looks like he just sort of, like as I said when that first came out, he's in that pose like he's coming off the screen into your homes. That kind of energy. This is just like, it's just, I don't know. I if you're a Starscream fan and you like it, enjoy it. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't look good to me. I wish I could be more specific other than just that. But apparently, there's option parts you can swap stuff out with it. So it's sort of. I don't know. Some of the artworks, multiple arm display options. So yeah,
it's well done. It's just not really doing anything for me.
Yeah, well, it does have a smirking face and a laughing face. So apparently, it does have the smirking Starscream face, but that smirk is really just, I don't know. It just does not do anything for me either.
Yeah.
And of course, and if it sells well, we'll get it at least.
Did we lose Dawn?
We lost Dawn. It's okay.
Yeah,
At least.
I think the Thundercracker looks a little bit better for some reason. I think that face sculpt just works better for me than for Thundercracker than Starscream, and I couldn't tell you why.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's cool. So that's certainly a thing. Generations JD Red Knight, new images, China online retailer exclusive remold.
That's so weird.
God,
Yep.
I want this in my life so
I
hard.
don't at all.
I don't.
Nope.
I don't know what it is about it, but just was it Phil or was it Ant? One of them said it could be like it's like the reincarnation of JD in action figure form.
Yeah, it was Anthony.
And I'm like, wow. Okay, I buy that.
I think he more meant as like a mascot, but yeah, you can go reincarnation if you wanted to.
Look at him. He's just standing there. He's like, hey, look at me. I'm JD. And I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, buddy.
It's like sour
Your
cream.
backstory is far more interesting than the toy.
Yeah. How can I get this? What is this?
Oh, it's in China.
So me.
yeah,
Probably so.
Diecast, if you can like get me a price on this, I want to figure out a way of getting this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, I'll take care of it for you.
Yeah, in the chat they're comparing this to a Veo Swerve.
I can kind of see that. Yeah,
Kind of.
Yeah.
but yeah. Did you ever have this Voyager Galvatron mold, Brian?
Nope.
It's actually kind of interesting.
Really?
The gimmick transformation is actually kind of fun when you get it to work, right?
Is it like bees and it like flies apart and it flies back
No.
together?
Exactly.
No, it is
No,
like
it's not the bees. Not the
No.
bees.
sadly not the bees, but as shell formers go, it does a really interesting job of it. I like it. I got Chris's off of him when he was done reviewing it. It's a pretty nice toy.
I love this.
It was a nice toy, but not nice enough for me to keep.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't know, something about this. I love it. I need it. Okay. Very cool. Hey, tfradio.net/bbtech, tfradio.net/bbtoilet, and tfradio.net/Massey Attack. We just added some awesome stuff to Don's wish list. If you want to help Don out, because Christmas is coming, and Don, could use the stuff.
Yeah, Don needs a top hat for Christmas.
So, yeah, I
And
added,
matching spats.
added some spats and a top hat. And there's Vortec Undercover Conversion Squad. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, could we get Don a monocle now that he has one good eye?
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
how we got started
That's
on
how
this.
we started
Rob
on
suggested
this.
in the chat prescription monocle for him.
Excellent.
Okay, so I can get like, it's actually it works. It's like a plus. It's like a +2. So that would help Don with his reading. So
Yeah.
I'm adding that right now. Don's getting a monocle.
And also a migraine from the look of it.
Yep.
No, it's not a migraine. It's just his blood pressure going up.
Oh yeah, this is excellent. tfradio.net/Massey Attack. If you want to, send Don a little bit of something to say, Don, we appreciate you for everything that you do. We love you. We love you, Don. Want to give you a big hug, but I'll do it in top hat and spats and monocle form.
Basically, we want you to be Scrooge McDuck when this happens. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
And instead of
Okay,
money,
good.
it's more of a bin of rare Japanese Transformers that you dive into and swim around in.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, just wait till you hear my Scottish accent.
Oh,
No.
Of course, me kills.
Hey, but yeah, with Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and Festivus and
that's of it. Yeah.
all of these solstice, it's weird how all these holidays popped up at the winter solstice. I don't know how that happened, but all of these popped up at the winter solstice, and people give gifts for those things. So tfradio.net/.
Yeah, it's almost as if there was one pagan celebration at that time of year, and every religion that popped up afterward that didn't want to give that up just readapted it for their own purposes.
I know.
Weird.
tfradio.net/Amazon. And, buy whatever. It'll help us out. It'll help pay for the show. And maybe eventually we can get Don better internet. Maybe we can get Don a new house. Don, I have a house.
Yeah, we have to get Don a new house, and you have to get me a new house because I need a new house before I can get better internet too.
Why don't you guys move in together? I have a house, in Wilkes.
Actually, so like the biggest barrier to moving in with Dawn would not really be an issue because I can't sleep already as it is. So, there wouldn't be any issue with that.
House has fiber, so you'd have an excellent ping. You can just podcast all
and
day.
regularity.
Yeah, you just podcast all day.
Oh, I'm moving to the house then.
Yeah.
About Star Trek.
I would love that. Maybe like we should do like a Kickstarter or something to see if we could like do that. Just like
wouldn't a GoFundMe be more?
Yes.
Yeah.
GoFundMe.
Well, I mean, like the project would be like we need to have it so we can like replace incomes and pay for my house that I have.
No,
there.
that'd be a Patreon then.
Well,
No, what you
it'd
can
be
do,
a
Brian,
project. It'd be a project so that these guys, Don can quit his job, Chris can. You can still do like your stuff like from the house. That'd be great.
Paladin in the chat. The real world TF Radio.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, if you want to generate money, you could put me and Diecast
He's
in
gone.
the same house. I know he's gone. That's why I'm saying it now.
No, you don't put no, Don. You don't put you and Diecast in a house. You put you and Diecast in a cage.
Yes.
And you sell tickets.
And then I'm hearing
see,
I'm hearing the Ponfar fight music. Going
Yeah,
on
we put you and Diecast in a house and then just gather the destructive energy to summon Majin Buu. Is
Yes.
what we would do.
Yes. If we do another Radio Free Cybertron, which would be excellent, we need to get Joey to come down so that he could we could have a match, but it could be like a 2-on-1, be Don and Joey against Diecast.
I don't think Joey really needs my help. I'll just stand off to the side and I'll bring some pom-poms and go, rah.
Can I be the special guest referee who turns his head whenever Joey and Dawn start cheating?
like no joke. Like
most referees.
I'll find us a ring that we can go to if we did that. That would be so awesome.
It's not hard in North Carolina, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah, one ring to rule them all.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Hey, Rob, what's on T-Formers this week?
Okay, we have got the DPCI codes and UPC numbers for all assortments of Siege Wave 1 if you want to go over to Bricklink and see if you can find anything.
Yeah, that was a fun thing to actually put together because what I ended up doing is using some of the online utilities to look up Amazon item codes. There's converters for UPC to Amazon, Amazon to UPC. So I took the box for Megatron and made a list 100 at a time using Notepad++'s sequential search and replace, and just kept plugging those into the converter tool until I got the results. And then it was a big production. It was kind of fun though. It was an oddly fun way to spend an afternoon just pasting numbers into a form on the internet and getting the information out of it.
Yeah, I've always liked being able to do that and discover things. It was always so much fun. And that's what is on T-Formers this week.
Sweet. Don, what's on the network this week?
What's on the network this week? Transform Squadron Episode 3, Don't Bring a Knife to a Submarine Fight.
I love that title.
In the November 2018 of Transform Squadron, Rob Springer talks up Gridman, an upcoming Hasbro Zoids and Micronauts lines for looking back at the Walmart Dinobots. RPG Lessons Learned Episode 79, Lost Temple of Garthun, Basic Role-Playing. On this episode we played a generic fantasy adventure with generic fantasy characters and a generic system, and we had a generic time.
Wow, way to talk that one up.
Yeah. Happy Days! Episode 172.
No, happy Daily! Happy Daily!
Sorry, hey, one good eye here. Happy Daily, episode 172.
That's one more than you used to have, Don.
True. Which is why you need a monocle for the other one.
Yep.
Wilkes County election results, episode 2018. On today's Happy Day, Brian goes over the Wilkes County election results and discusses the finer points of our political system. Happy Daily, episode 171, an important election update. On today's Happy Daily, Tuesday is election day. Here's an important update about Brian, the Happy Daily, Wilkes County, and the future of America.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Jason,
Great episodes.
Thank you. So I'm going to be working on the Christmas album for this weekend. I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah. I'm super excited.
Excellent.
I just found your 2015 Christmas album around here recently. I was surprised that I never actually got around to burning that.
Hey, good.
Well, makes a good coaster.
TFradio.net/Xmas2016. BrianKilby.com/Xmas2016 and BrianKilby.com/Xmas2017. And it will be joined by Xmas 2018 when it's done. Okay, cool. So you can find this episode at TFradio.net/595 for the show notes. I am personally on Twitter at BKilby and on Instagram at Brian Kilby and at BrianKilby.com, where I am now again recording the Happy Daily because I need to.
Because you're always homesick anyway.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And it's true. I need like
the happy sick day.
Happy sick day. And of course, we are on Twitter at TF Radio and at Facebook.com/TF Radio. Occasionally on the Instagrams at TF Podcast, pardon me. On my Twitter right now, and I retweeted it from the TF Radio account, I finally put up my Kallax 5x5 from IKEA, and I have basically loaded it up with toys. So more or less how the office is going to look for the time being. I've got photos of that up, so I promised I would eventually do that, so you can check those out. I think there's 12 photos across 3 tweets, so it's not that much, so you can see that. Diecast, how do people get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me on Twitter at Diecast2. You can see my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews, and you can also check me out on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast, and any official stuff that Hasbro shares with us we'll put up on there too.
Cool. Chris?
You can find the photo galleries and related stuff I do at playwithphotography.com. I have the gallery up for Siege Megatron as of Friday, I think, with also a little mini review in the front page post on that, so you can check that out for more on that toy. For random photos I post now, that's basically going to be focused at Play with Photos on Twitter. I'm kind of moving away from using Flickr because they've changed how they're they've changed their free model to limit to like 1,000 items in your account, and then they start deleting you or blocking you out of uploading or something. Either way, I'm moving away from that because it's only going to get worse if they're already starting to do stuff like that. And you can follow me at ChrisRTXV. Give me a happy Christmas by buying my stuff for sale. You can find that somewhere in my Twitter moments or something.
Excellent, Matt. Jason.
You can find me on Twitter at Jason S. Kirk.
Hey, so this week's Wrestling on the Edge of Forever, does that come out tomorrow?
There will not be one this week. We had some internet troubles, and we couldn't record, so it'll be next week.
So you're recording with Don?
No, that would be American Gladiators and Star Trek.
So what Star Trek episode are you going to be talking about? You're going to have David watch.
Well, this is the 3rd episode, so he is watching the 2-part premiere of Deep Space Nine. He's going through all the premieres to start.
So he's watching both parts. He's watching both parts.
This time he will watch both parts too.
He watched Encounter at Farpoint Part 1, but not Part 2.
Well, I told him it was a double episode. He says, "Oh, I'll just watch the first part." And then the next week he goes, "So why did you only have me watch the first part?"
And listening to it, doesn't make any sense because if you watch it on Netflix, they run it as the full 2-hour, the feature length version, not the individual episodes. That doesn't make any sense.
But and the second episode. The second episode is a bit stronger, where you actually get some stuff pulled together.
But listening to it when he said, "But why did you only have me listen to the second part?" I was like, "You said you only wanted to listen to the first or watch the first one. You're the one that said that." So it was just kind of funny.
The best part is he's going to hear this because he listens to the show now. That's great. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah. So I really love listening to that.
Oh God, thank you.
The Star Trek stuff more than the wrestling stuff. I have enough. I have enough wrestling podcasts that I listen to. But I love listening to Star Trek stuff, and I love listening to David's questions of you, even when you're wrong. about something.
Oh, it'll happen. Yeah, no doubt.
But, I better not listen to that then.
Not gonna lie, in the back of my head, every time I answer a question, would Chris say this is correct?
Well, probably not.
Hey, you're putting yourself
Right.
out. You're putting yourself out there. And
Well, hell yeah, I'm not an expert. I just know a lot about it. I'm not an expert.
You're like right 99% of the time.
Yeah.
And I think I've only caught one factual error in the whole thing, and it was like very minor. But I did message you when you were talking about Michael Bell and everything he's done. I'm like, he was also the Parquet Butter, please.
Which I did not know that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and I actually have to clip that so I can play it, but
I kind of like Don's pitch of the American Gladiators version of the podcast, though.
that is pretty cool too.
I don't think I can listen to that.
Well, actually, how about we change it up instead of American Gladiators, Star Trek, it's American Gladiators and Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future because they aired back to back in my area
Don, why don't
back
you
in
do
the
that?
day.
Why don't you go start that
Or
podcast?
American Gladiators in Babylon 5.
There you
Start
go.
the podcast, Don. Start it.
It's on my to-do list.
But no, I really do enjoy listening to that podcast. That makes my day. So
That means a lot. So yeah, I wish we had an episode this week, but it's beyond.
yeah.
I had to reschedule. He had to reschedule. It happens. So, but next week we're in.
But because you missed a week, I'll forget next time. And I'll just never listen again. So
I'll send you links. I'll be like, you listen to this now.
I'm kidding.
So being asked in the chat about the Flickr details. So if you have more than 1,000 photos and or videos in your Flickr account right now and you're a free level user, you will have until January or February, I think, to cut that down yourself, like download your photos and delete the excess off of your account. After that last point in January or February, they will delete your photos down to the 1,000 limit, and then you won't be able to upload any more until you remove more items from your account. If you're a pro level user, a paid user, the limit does not apply yet.
Hey, you know what's great? Google Photos.
For now.
Yeah.
And in my case, I paid $9 for a WordPress plugin that lets me use my own hosting the same way I was using Flickr.
Yeah.
Works with my gallery plugins seamlessly, so
Yeah.
I'm just doing that now.
Yeah, cool. Don.
I can be reached in two places. I can be reached on Twitter at Melvar with 3 L's and 2 R's.
Good deal.
I can also be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
Very cool. Rob.
I am on Twitter at Figure Reviewers and Flail-Throughs. Also on YouTube at Flail-Throughs, where coverage is still mainly Gundam Battle Operation 2, which it updates weekly. So every Thursday you can expect a video on the changes to the game and the current promotion. Also, if you want to see specific mobile suits in that, patreon.com/Flail-Throughs, a couple of bucks a month, and I will take your requests. And, of course, the Transformers-related video work that Chris and I do can be found on YouTube at T-Formers TV.
Cool.
And you don't have to just want to request a mobile suit. If you think the stuff Rob does is cool and you just want to throw a couple bucks his way, his Patreon is totally up for that, too.
Absolutely.
I haven't requested anything yet.
Well, you wouldn't know what to request, though, would
That's
you?
exactly right.
Because they don't have anything from Gundam Wing in there, do they?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
this is all Universal Century stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, what you do, Brian, is you tell Rob you request the Gundam that's white with blue highlights and red and yellow, and that'll.
I think I've seen that one before.
It's like, hey, Rob, I want Death Scythe. Death Scythe. Death Scythe, by God. Death Scythe. Okay.
And for Don, it would be the Death Scythe 2.
I still want to do Tryon 3 since that is one of the best mobile suits ever. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think that's been added to New Gundam Breaker now, but I just would have to be able to get it, which I may have missed the weekly promotion for that.
Oops.
Cool. John,
That John D everywhere.
are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay. Pretty sure. That's like Twitch. That's Twitter. Are you anywhere else?
Let's hear. Twitter, Twitch. I feel like there is something else out there with that moniker.
Your MySpace?
No, it's probably like that one's probably like Mexi Bro 99. Because that was
your
my
back,
worst self.
Your back was so rippling and muscular. I just got to say,
it sure was.
It was amazing. Your back
Sure
was just so defined. It was amazing.
Yep. Not arguing.
Nope.
I'll take it.
It was beautiful. Okay.
Factually correct.
Factually correct. Okay, that's it. We'll be back next week. Thank you guys for being here. We'll catch you later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
So, Brian, as long as we're adding things to the Massey attack list, I have 2 more requests.
Yes, sir.
Since we already have spats, a top hat, and a monocle, I would also like to suggest an umbrella and one of those long cigarette holders. So Dawn can essentially just dress up like the Burgess Meredith penguin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Audrey Hepburn, Breakfast at Tiffany's cigarette. Right here.
Don, give us your best.
It's just, I mean, he's not going to use it, so we'll put that in there. This is fake. Okay. What else? So, what else did you say?
An umbrella.
Umbrella. Like, what kind of umbrella?
Poison gas umbrella. That's my favorite one.
Yes.
I find something dark purple with the hooked handle.
Yes.
That'd be the closest in spirit, I think.
Purple hook handle.
No, the spirit is the other guy.
Oh God. That one's got a cat on it.
But we want him to be the penguin.
Yeah.
That's a children's umbrella.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, hey.
Okay, yeah, here, this one.
Wait, do they still make candy cigarettes?
Apparently.
They normally just call them stick candy.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. It's
About the product. Key point 1, key point 2, key point 3. Good bullet list, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Bubblegum cigars.
Now, it does surprise me that they actually make the bubble gum ones at this point.
Yeah. I don't really know if I want those. I don't like cigars. Then it would be a bubblegum crisis.
Oh, you really stretched for that one, Don.
I don't.
I'm afraid we can't give that to you.
I don't even get it.
Sorry.
Let's see here.
Brian, look how nice he is.
God, it's beautiful.
You need one.
That is so beautiful.
Now.
Well, yeah, see, that's why I'm glad I skipped Sunstreaker, is because the Sunsurge is fine enough, and then I can get the mold.
No, having handled Sunsurge, I can honestly say no, he's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Masterpiece Sunstreaker is so much better than Sunsurge.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just visually, it is a fine Sunstreaker. And so I can get the cordon mode without double dipping on the mold.
The way you cut out that sounded like you said, visually speaking, it's a fine dumpster, which seems to be accurate from what everyone was saying.
Okay, I'm going to step away for a minute. Do we guys anticipate we're going to be around long, or?
I'm not going to be around for too long, no.
I'll hang around for a minute then. I just got to prep for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm pretty long day, and I had
and your connection's shitting itself, so
yeah, I'm pretty sure Don's going away whether he wants to or not.
Yeah.
Take care, Don. Best wishes for the next surgery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the podcast episode absolutely did not record. So
Now, Brian, you had one job.
well, I mean, like my backup recorded. Don't get me
So
wrong.
that's why you want to get rid of Don so fast.
I put up with this shit all day. Damn it.
My backup recorded. But Jason, if you have a version, I'd rather have that, honestly.
I do.
Yes, I was actually really surprised that you did put that at the end of a show. Like we were sitting in the hotel here. Yeah, we were sitting in the hotel room, and I was flipping through Twitter, and somebody had mentioned the thing at the end of the show. I'm like, oh God, he didn't.
I did.
Oh God, he didn't.
So,
he did. Oh, he totally did. So we went downstairs, and Duron was sitting in the lounge. So I obviously keyed it up and played it for him immediately.
Yeah, Diecast texted me. He's like, "Hey, send me the Don thing," and I'm like, "It's at the end of this week's episode," and I'm like, "He's like, oh, okay." Yeah.
Duron, think of that.
Duron about fell out of his chair.
That seems to be the typical reaction to hearing that.
People who don't even know Don about fall out of their chair. It's pretty great. I edited out his comment about his job, and I cut it off. I cut out some rambling at the end that
there were a couple of bleeps in there too.
I added some bleeps for emphasis.
No, they're good for that. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I made it sound like he was really, really, really swearing a little more than he actually was.
I mean, for Don, he was. Yeah. You're just helping to convey that to the general audience.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things that's ever happened.
I know, right?
Like when we do a best of show, that needs to go on there along with the Peter Van Fun Pub rant.
Yes, maybe have them back to back,
or bookend the show.
Okay, yeah. Open with the Peter thing and then close out again with Don. Yeah. Good plan. I like this.
Yes.
Has anybody else just flown off the handle about anything that we can put in the middle?
Not that we would want to. We had plenty of flying. We had.
Yeah. Yes, there was plenty of Ender.
It's not. And
there's been explosive. There's been explosive rants that have happened, but they ended up being where we didn't have a recording or we lost it in the intervening time. JD's had a couple of those that I don't think exist anymore.
Yeah.
I think Brian knows what I'm talking about.
I wish I had the recording of that SDCC so bad.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I would totally share that at this point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, one, JD's no longer with us, so it's not like it can reflect poorly on him. And two, he was absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. Right?
That person was the worst person that we've ever had. Well, we've had some pretty bad guests on.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the fish.
Worst person I ever had on my podcast for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
And given the regulars I had, that's saying something.
Worst host or worst person? Because
I mean, when Fort Max gets to own you, I mean, that's just really setting a new standard.
I lost RC's face.
What's wrong with your face?
Just fell off.
You've had that for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I tried to transform it, and it's not as bad as everyone said.
How could it be?
But so the head unfolds, and the face is just tabbed on, so it just flew off.
Well, just do what Don did last week and start beating on your desk to try to find it.
Yeah.
But no, she's pretty compact in there. She's pretty.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty.
It looks very similar to the Hasbro one.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah.
But I mean, that's basically like the definitive RC engineering, because the Hasbro one was based off of that BotCon Japan '98 custom art contest. I think is what I'm trying to go for there.
Yeah.
The Ocular Max one really does use the extra, robot height to clean up some of the engineering on that, though.
Yeah, the Ocular Max one is a little bit smaller. So that's the box for the Ocular Max.
Oh, well, you got the Ocular Max and the fans toys.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
He's diecast.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right. What am I thinking?
I thought I had a problem.
And then you met diecast.
Yeah.
You felt a lot better about
Well,
yourself.
here, if
which,
you wanna-
I mean, most of us have had that
If you
experience.
want a size
at this point.
comparison,
Yeah, it's a size comparison of a robot with a car. That's perfect.
this is the same toy.
Why is it the same toy?
Okay, so which one do you have two of?
Yeah.
Fans toys.
Why?
Why
One
not?
for robot and one for vehicle.
Yep.
He got you there.
Okay,
Oh.
now when you do the video, you have to do that for the size comparison.
Yeah.
Here it is next to itself.
No, you have to do that now. That is not an
Yeah.
option.
Yeah. Yeah. Like do that
Both in robot mode and both in car mode.
Yes,
Like here it
yes.
is next to itself.
And
here
I
it
was
is.
thinking just do the
And here it
robot
is
with the
next to a
car
bot
comparison.
Yeah.
You know how many people would comment that I'm an idiot?
For
Yes.
People already comment that you're an idiot.
That's
And then-
true.
Yeah. Remember
And
the
then-
quietest comments.
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
wait, what was the quietest?
So-
comments?
Oh, angry people.
Yeah.
Is this where you didn't transform
Like
it
has,
fully because it wasn't
No,
the
they
instructions?
said I didn't transform it right. Yeah.
he did a quick review because he got it right before we were leaving for TFCon, so he wanted to get something out there, and people just ripped him apart for not being prepared and not using the instructions, and you didn't do this right, you didn't do this right.
instructions. But yeah, they were very angry.
Never read the comments.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I was always really pleased when I would post stuff on the T-Formers channel. The comments that would come in for that were overwhelmingly positive.
yeah, I don't have a problem with comments.
Yeah.
But I don't post toy reviews. That's like a trigger for people.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, like the T-Formers channel community seems to actually be fairly, well behaved and positive in terms of who will actually leave comments on the toy videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I so need a nap. So, hey, people watching live, I'm going to end the stream because I've got like 10 things I got to do before I go to bed. So we will see you after a while.